here are some words I found on the GWC website that are important in your business. And these are all regular verbs. They end in ed in the past tense. Let's just pronounce them in the base form so we can make sure we pronounce them clearly with good pronunciation, stress, and rhythm. All right? So let's pronounce these. Invite.
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 Good. Right. And when we're saying this word invite with a V sound, make sure that the lower lip vibrates on your upper teeth. Invite.
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 I invite you.
I invite you.
I invite you to join our party.
I invite you to join our party.
I invite you for some coffee.
I invite you for some coffee.
I invite you to join our group.
I invite you to join our group.
All right. Connect.
Connect.
Right, with that N sound with the nasal connect.
Connect.
And we have to be careful because if we say with the L sound, we have a different word, collect. Take a lot of things and bring them together, collect. But this one, connect.
Connect.
Right, so you are the universal post boy. You connect people.
No, not to collect.
You don't collect them, right?
Someone.
You connect them, right?
I don't
you
connect someone.
You don't collect
connect
them,
someone.
you connect them. And you make a lot of connections between entrepreneurs from all over, especially in the mobile industry, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the next word, develop.
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 Good, and there again we have the V sound, so develop.
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 All right, so you have developed your business, so it's bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
You started in Beijing, and now you are many places in the world. All right, invest.
Invest.
Good. And when you make that V sound, you don't need to put too much in there. Well, this is too much, right? So not too much, just a little bit. If you put a little bit, the main thing is try to feel the vibration between. Okay, so make sure you put just a little bit of your lip on the upper teeth and make it vibration. Vibrate the lower lip. Right, so good, say invest.
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 You can invest money in your company. You can invest in your employees' education, right? There are a lot of things that you can invest. You can invest something that's tangible like funds, or you can invest in people's education or their training. All right, let's go on to the next word, and that is host.
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 So your company, GWC, hosts large conferences in many places in the world, right? And the next word we have?
Influence.
All right, so let me pronounce this way. Influence.
Influence.
Right. There are actually some people who say influence with the second syllable, influence. I pronounce it with the stress on the first syllable, influence.
Influence.
So that's the way I pronounce it.
Yeah.
And I hear most people around here pronounce it that way, but not everyone. So let's try the next one. Share.
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 So you share your knowledge and then you try to influence other people with the ideas, right?
Share.
Yeah, okay. So you have a video with Stephen Hawking's interview, and you're showing this to millions of people, and you would like to influence them about the role of science.
Empower.
Yes, and you want to empower people.
Think about the new scientific renaissance.
Yes, so you want to empower people to think about the new scientific renaissance. Good. Okay, so you are going to share that video not only on all the Chinese platforms, but YouTube here in the Western world. How about this one?
Explore.
Explore. And you explore many new ideas and you encourage other people to explore and find out new things. We have some of your members exploring outer space, exploring Mars, right? By sending rockets up into space.
Trust.
Trust. Trust.
Trust.
Trust. Trust. All right, so if you trust each other, you believe in each other, you can count on each other and rely on each other to help each other out,
Yes.
to believe each other's words. Trust. And how about this word? Focus.
Focus.
Focus. Focus. Focus.
Focus.
So focus your attention, focus your eyes. If you are using a camera, you focus the lens on something in particular that you want to be very clear. You focus your mind on a certain idea in order not to worry about other things around, but spend most of your time concentrated in a certain area on a certain theme. How about this? Happen.
Happen.
This is just a really common word, right? Happen. Everything happens for a purpose. You can make things happen. You can make things happen by thinking about it and then acting. How about this word? Innovate.
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 So 1, 2, 3, stress the first syllable. 3 syllables, stress the first syllable. 3, 1. Innovate.
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 So innovate, innovate means to create something new. And you can see that N-O-V, nova, this one is a root in Latin root that means new. So create something new, innovate.
Innovate.
Right, so if you follow along with a lot of what scientific development is, you can see a lot of innovation. Innovation. This is 4, 3. That's a noun.
Yeah.
Innovation is important, and it's important to innovate. That's the verb.
Yeah.
Okay. Highlight.
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 Lots of times this word is used as a noun. What is the highlight of the movie? Or what is the highlight of the show? What is the highlight, meaning the main points? But also it's a verb, to highlight something. So let me highlight the main idea. That means I'm going to choose this one and put bright lights on it so you can see it more clearly. The other ones are darker, or you take more time to read it later or learn about it later. But if you highlight something, you make it stronger, easier, clearer to see. Highlight. All right? So sometimes the noun and sometimes the verb, same spelling, same pronunciation. Let's look on the other side. Change.
Change.
This word can be both a noun and a verb. So we're always talking about the changes that we see. Every time we drive through Silicon Valley, we may notice some changes. New buildings here, old buildings being removed, gardens, we see the change of seasons, of flowers and plants, right? And we also pronounce it the same way as the verb, to change. To change your mind. You thought one thing here, now you made your decision differently, you change your mind. To change your clothes, take these off and put on some other ones. To change your apartment or change your way of doing things, to change the world. I think you would like to change the world, right?
First explore.
First explore, and then innovate, and then also share. Okay, how about the next word is serve.
Serve.
Right, good. Watch my lips as I say the sound serve.
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 Right, and then it comes up to that V, serve.
Serve.
So serve, to give someone support, and that can be tangible, physical. You actually serve someone. For example, in a restaurant, there is a server who brings your food to you. That's a server, right? But you also have serve as an electronic servers, right? And digital servers. So we also use something, for example, this pen serves a purpose. What purpose does this serve? It serves as a writing implement. so that I can write on the whiteboard. All right, the next word is support.
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 Support. So support, right? Put some foundation underneath, right? So if you are building in California, then you must have a lot more support down below under the ground than in other states. And do you know why that is? Do you know why in California we require a lot more physical support under our buildings?
Physical report.
Support, not report, but support. So when we build, for example, right now we are in a 3-story building, right? So 3-story buildings, probably under the ground, it also has much support. So why in California is it necessary to have so much support?
Earthquake.
Earthquakes, right? Earthquakes. Yes, because we are in earthquake areas, right, here in California. So the support under the ground is critical. Support actually under the ground is very important for buildings in many places. For example, when I think about, was it an earthquake that occurred, 5 or so years ago in China, in Sichuan, maybe? Wenchuan.
Yes.
And then many buildings fell down.
Yeah.
They had no support under the ground. I mean, they're on the brick, they built like this. And there was nothing underneath, so when everything fell over, there was a lot of damage.
I've been there. Second day.
You went there on
when
the second?
Sichuan Wenchuan earthquake.
Oh, you went there.
After this, I do GWC.
And after that, you did GWC in Beijing?
Yeah.
So first you went to Wenzhou.
Yeah.
Wenchuan?
Sichuan.
Sichuan.
Wenchuan earthquake. Yeah. Very big.
Very big earthquake.
Yeah.
How many years ago was that?
2008.
2008.
Oh,
it was that, yeah.
The same GWC time.
So I suppose they may have changed the building. Do they have any building codes? We have very strict building codes in U.S. and even stricter building codes for earthquakes in California in order to prevent damage. For example, around the corner at Mission College, we had, well, do you know about the big earthquake that we had in 1989? 1989, and you may have heard the bridge, the San Francisco-Oakland Bridge collapsed, and some part of the freeway in Oakland also collapsed. It was a very big earthquake for us in our area. It didn't happen in San Francisco. It happened farther away, but it influenced everywhere. It affected us even at distance. So that occurred when I was at Mission College. I was teaching a class when the earthquake occurred. And when the earthquake happened, my students, many of my students come from Asia, so they had not experienced an earthquake, so they were very scared. But the good thing about Mission College building is that up 3 floors and down 3 floors, also under the ground, there was excellent support. So when the building shook, then there was enough underneath to support it, so it didn't break. It didn't collapse. Some other buildings really collapsed or suffered serious damage. But our Mission College suffered a little bit damage, but not greatly, because the engineers, when they built the college, they had the foresight to plan deeply. Now that building is old, so and new buildings are being constructed now, so soon that building will go away, and the new building certainly even more modern. a lot more support. Okay, let's look at this word. This word is a little difficult for you to pronounce because of the A and the nasal sounds. So be careful when you watch me carefully and say, and repeat, maintain, maintain.
Maintain.
Very good. When you are paying attention, you are doing a nice, good job when you make that sound. Maintain.
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 Right, okay. So if you establish your prominence or your importance in the business and you want to maintain your status among your colleagues or among the businesses, then you can't just come here and then relax. You have to keep on working at it and create new things, keep on developing, connecting with people, and then you will maintain and even improve your status. All right, let's look at the next word. Believe.
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 Good, right? That's a sound again, right? Believe.
Believe.
Believe to 信任 相信 right?
Believe to trust.
To trust, right. Well, okay, so if you believe someone and you trust someone, it's a little bit different. So I believe what you say, those words you say are true, okay, I believe you. Trust you means I will give you something to do and I will believe you will
Make it.
Or you will do it. Or I give you money and I trust that you won't steal it. You will provide the services or the products that you promised to do. Okay, let's look at this next one is dream.
Dream.
Right. Before you make this the sound, I want you to see the E shape of my lips here when I say E. E.
E.
Eam. Eam.
Eam.
Dream.
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 All right, so one is when you're sleeping and you have a dream, you dream at night. So dream can be both a noun and a verb. Dream, to have an exciting, interesting, sad, confusing dream. That is a noun.
Dream.
You say, I dream of a day when all people are peaceful. I dream of
The scientific
renaissance.
renaissance.
Okay, good. And how about this one? Collaborate.
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 Right, so co means together, some two or more people or groups together. Collaborate, so collaborate means to work together. And to work together towards a common goal. To work together for the same purpose, right? To collaborate. And how about this one?
Transform.
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 Trans means across and form the shape of something. When you transform someone or transform something, then you take this and you change the shape or the purpose to something else. So maybe you have a small business and you transform it into a multi-million-dollar corporation. Or you can say, I bought an ugly old house, and then after putting a lot of money and energy and time and work into it, transformed it into a beautiful mansion. All right, you can also a person can transform from one shape to another, as in comic books characters, or it could be done in an abstract way where you feel like you're transforming from somebody who maybe before you were very angry kind of a person, and then you changed the way you think, and now you're transformed into somebody who's wiser and more accepting of others. All right, so let's look at this word, and this word is provide.
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 So provide, all right. So I will
Provide.
provide you a room, I will provide you with food, I'll provide you with meals. If you are staying in my hotel, provide you a blanket and sheets and towels, right? Or if you are the boss of the company, you provide your employees with workspace and air conditioning and snacks and what else? Salary, of course, you have many things that you provide them. Provide, next word is entertain.
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 Right, okay, so if you entertain someone, you make them enjoy or appreciate. So for example, when my friends come tomorrow for dinner, I will entertain them. So I will keep them happy, keep them satisfied. My husband will do the cooking, so he's going to provide the meal, and I will chat with them. We will entertain them. So that is one meaning of the word entertain. When you go to the movies, sometimes you choose a movie that you want to make you learn something instructive, and sometimes you choose a movie that just makes you feel happy and you want to laugh. So sometimes the movie entertains you by making you feel good and happy and satisfied. Now let's look at the word empower.
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 So I think when you connect all of the people together in your group, you want to empower others with scientific knowledge to explore, to innovate, and create new possibilities for the benefit of humankind and the environment.
Humankind 和 human being, what's different?
Okay, good. Human beings. If you use it in the singular, one human being, one being. Being is a creature, something that is alive, some sort of organism that is alive. So a human being, I am a human being and you are another human being. We are human beings.
Human beings.
That are different from birds or dogs or spiders or snakes. So when we use the word humankind, this humankind is a word that is a non-count word, and we use it with singular verbs. Humankind is, or humankind was, humankind will be. If we use it as a mass word, we can use humankind. Sometimes you hear the word mankind. So mankind, it stresses, well, this was the original word that people used a lot, and you probably see it a lot in writing, especially older writing, but now we're trying to be more conscious not only to talk about male human beings, but also female human beings. So instead of saying mankind, we can say humankind with the same idea, but expressing that males and females are both important. Everyone is important. So it's the mass noun or the non-count noun. Okay, let's go to the next word. What do we have?
Create.
Yeah, create. Now I'd like you to listen to how I join the first syllable with the second syllable. I notice that when you're saying create, create, where I'm saying create, create. So I have a little y, and I would like to give it to you. Here's a little y. Just put it in between the two syllables to connect them smoothly. Create.
Create.
Yes, so very nice. Okay, create.
Create.
All right, so create is the verb. Do you know the noun form?
Creation.
Creation. And do you know the adjective?
Creativity.
Creative.
Creative.
So when we talk about a person, we say, oh, this person is very creative.
Creative.
Yes, very creative. They can think about new ideas, new ways to express, creative musically or artistically or in engineering or scientifically, lots of ways to show your creativity. So this is another noun. This word create has a lot of members of the word family. So we have the word create, that's the verb. We have creation, that's one of the nouns. We have creative, and we have this is the adjective. The adverb is creatively. Think creatively. We also have creativity. So we appreciate creativity, and we try to promote an atmosphere where people feel easy to create, so they have greater creativity. All right, let's look at this word. Facilitate.
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 All right, so facilitate. That means to
Help.
make it easy for other people to do something. So when we look at this part, facile, this is the Latin root for easy. The word easy is this here. So facilitate means to make easy. If you make it easy for someone to do it, you are helping them, you are encouraging them, you are supporting them, you are assisting them. So facilitate is very similar to helping and to supporting, right? So I'm sure that in your business you facilitate many creative ideas, and you can facilitate a meeting by having many people come together and then giving some ideas of how to go about doing the meeting, or ask people to contribute to their ideas to it. You can also facilitate someone's education in many different ways. One, make it easy and comfortable for them to do something. So when you use the word facilitate, I always like helping them and making it feel easy, right? So these are some words that are in the things, the vision statement, and in the history of GWC, some things of these words. So these are words that you can use, right?
Yeah.
Now, these words that I chose from your material in GWC are all regular verbs. So now, how about you tell me what the past tense is? Is it t or d or id? So I'll say the base form, and you tell me the pronunciation, and also show me with your fingers, and then I'll show you the answer. Okay, so the first one is invite.
Invited.
Invited. Invited. Okay, good. The second one, going down the column, the second one is connect.
Connected.
Connected. Good. Okay. Develop.
Developed.
Okay, you have a good theory. Your one finger is correct. But here,
Pronunciation.
not so good. We can make it better. Now let's just say the base form, develop. No, let's just say the base form, develop.
Develop.
Good. Now let's just say the last, develop, 3 syllables. Let's skip the first 2 and just say the third syllable, say lup.
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 Now let's put T on that and say lupt.
Lupped.
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 Good. Now we'll put the first and the second syllable back on the word and say developed.
Developed.
Good. That was perfect. Say it again.
Developed.
That wasn't perfect.
Developed.
Okay, so let me tell you what you're doing in order to have a feeling what to do right and what not to do. So when you say developed, then you're putting after p, you're adding a syllable. Developed. So what we need to do for p and t, this is a little bit hard, but your mouth has to move simultaneously at the same time. Put the lips together for p, and put the tongue on the gum ridge. So if these are my teeth, then put the tongue on the gum ridge for t at the same time as your lips are coming together. So in writing, it shows that p is first and t is last. But in speaking, they actually come together. So that t and the p together. Be a little bit before, but try to make the t come immediately after. All right, let's just say lupped.
Lupped.
Good.
Lupped.
Good. Very good.
Developed.
Lupped. Lupped.
Developed.
Developed. See, that was perfect. Can you say it again? Developed.
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 We developed a product.
We developed products.
Good. All right. Let's look at the next word. Invest.
Invested.
Invested. Which of these is it?
Invested.
Invested. Right. So invest, invested with the id ending. Good. Okay. The next one is host.
Hosted.
Hosted. Right. Good. Hosted. Okay. And the next word is influence.
Influence. This is not. This is a verb, right?
Oh, okay. So this word can be both a noun
Noun
and a verb.
and
So we
verb.
can say that your ideas have had a major influence on my thinking. Your ideas, your concepts
Influence.
have influenced me deeply. So we can use this in two ways. Influence can be a noun, and same word can be a verb.
Verb. Influenced.
Influenced. Good. Influenced. Right. So the scientific findings of Stephen Hawkins have influenced the scientific community all over the world. Right? So, influenced is a verb. And do you know any other members of the family? So we have influence as a noun, influence as a verb. Do you know the adjective? So we could say so-and-so is a very person because she influences many other people. Her actions, her thoughts have a big influence on others. She's a very person. What is the adjective form? Do you know this word?
Powerful.
I think you have the idea, but I want you to use a member of this family. So the member of this family that's the adjective is influential.
Influential. Okay.
Do you know this word?
Influential. I know.
You know this word, influential.
Yeah,
Okay.
influential.
So she's very influential. That means she speaks or does or acts or believes and we follow her. They go, wow, that's a good idea. Let's do that. So an influential figure, an influential person. So that comes from the same family as the verb influence, past tense influenced. Let's go on. Share.
Shared.
Shared. Right. So shared, is it shared or shared?
Shared.
Shared, yes. Okay. So it's a voiced sound because is a voiced sound. So shared. Right. I shared my ideas with the group.
Yeah.
Share is a verb, and share can also be a noun.
Yes, sharing.
No, what I mean to say is the word share can be both a noun and a verb, just like influence can be and host can be a verb and a noun. So some words, the same spelling, same pronunciation, can be both two forms of the same family. So share, for example, if you are buying stocks, how many shares do you want? And how much is it per share? $5 per share, $6 per share. I want to buy 5,000 shares, right? So that's one. Or maybe you can bring in some prizes for your employees and you distribute them. And then someone comes in late and says, where's my share? What if I not? So that can be used as a noun. All right. Other ways to share. I'm going to share all of my products, or I'm going to share my money. I'm going to share my ideas, right? Or share my influence. All right. Shared. How about this? Explore.
Explore. Explored.
Explored. Explored. Right. All right. So explore is a verb. Do you know the adjective or the noun or any other parts of the word? How about a noun?
Exploration.
Yes, exploration
Noun,
is a
yeah.
noun, right. And the person is called an
Exploring.
explorer. And a person is called an explorer, right? So the person is the explorer, and the action is exploration.
Yeah. I'm the explorer.
You're an explorer.
Yeah.
Okay. And you go on explorations.
Yeah.
Yes. And then there are other words that are adjectives. They're not as common, so these will stick with this. How about the word trust?
Trusted.
Trusted, right. So I trusted him with my information. I trusted him with my money. I trusted him with my heart. And then he broke my heart. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, I know.
What does that mean? If you say,
我
I trusted
对
I trusted him with my
伤了我
heart,
的心
and then he broke my heart.
伤碎了我的心
Oh yeah. Okay. Focus.
Focus.
Past tense is
Focused.
focused. Oh yes, and what did we say was the past tense of trust?
Trusted.
Trusted. And past tense of explore is
Explored.
explored. Right. Okay. And focus is focused with a single, with a t sound because voiceless, right? Focus. No, remember I was telling you about the spelling and whether we have a double or not? Like canceled, no double L, but excelled, double L.
Yeah.
Now, can you remember what I told you about the rule? If you want to add ed to this, do you make this double or not?
Not.
Why not?
Focus.
Focus.
Yeah, not focus.
Correct. You got it. So focus, stressed on the first syllable, not over here. So focus. How about this one? Happen.
Happened.
Happened. Good. And how about when we add ed? Do we double the n or not?
No.
No. What's the reason?
Happened. Happened.
Happened, right? It's stressed on the first syllable, not the second. Right. Okay. Good. Happened. So what happened? A lot of things happened. Yeah. And this one, innovate.
Innovated.
All right. Innovated. Now, you did a good job of putting the id syllable on it, but you moved the stress. So can you keep the stress on the first syllable? Because innovate is 3-1. Stress.
Innovated.
And you're going 3, you're changing to stress on the third syllable. So if you have to keep the innovated.
Innovated.
Now you're going innovated. So can you hear the difference? Innovated, innovated, innovated. The base form is innovated. That's 3-1. So we want to keep, we just add another syllable at the end. We have 4-1. We don't want to change the stress over to this one. So let's try it again. Innovated.
Innovated.
You got it. That's good. Can you do it again?
Innovated.
You got it. Okay. So that's what you need to do. You have a tendency to move the stress over to close to the last, but you should keep it here because that's where the stress stays. When we add the past and the ending past, we don't ever change the stress. Oh, we shouldn't, right? Okay, highlight.
Highlighted.
Okay, so you got the third ending, that was correct, but you changed the stress. So let's try it again. To keep the stress, highlight. Okay, where's the stress when I say the word highlight? Highlight. Where's the stress? 2-1, right?
Highlight.
Right. Highlight. Highlighted. Highlighted.
Highlighted.
I highlighted the main points.
I highlighted the main trend.
The main points.
The main points.
Right. Very good. All right. How are we doing on time?